Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to show how to calculate how much you have to make every day in order to 100x an account. You can also 1000x it or 100x it or 10x because I'm going to show you how to calculate it. So let's say you start with $1, which could be $2 or $100 or $100,000. All you have to do is multiply whatever amount you have times 100. So this is, I'm going to come out with a fraction that can be applied to any amount. Okay, so the fraction is 100. So 1,000, you want to go to 100,000. So far so good. Okay, so now the way to do this, okay, now you want to do it in 4 years or 5 years or 10 years, right? So let's say 5 years. Let's get it clear. Open parentheses. Okay, so let's go. Let's explain the math a little bit. This symbol right here means, let's go back. This one means that you are multiplying the number times itself many times. However, I'm not going to multiply it times itself many times. I'm going to multiply it by a fraction of a time. So you can multiply the answer that you get 4 times times itself, and it'll give you 100. So let's say 2. Right? So I gotta open a parenthesis or else the calculator will get confused. Divided. Where's divided? Divided by 2. See, 10 times 10 is 100. Let's get another example. Let's put another 0 there, right? Or another 0. Quick. 1,000,000. See, 1,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000. Let's put a 3 there. Go back. Where's it go back? Go back. 3. 100 times 100 times 100 is 1,000,000, right? If you count the zeros, 2 zeros times 6 zeros, 9 zeros. No, 6 zeros, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 zeros. Because you are you have three times. This is so hard to explain. Okay, so you get it, right? If you take a calculator and you say, let's do it. 100 times 100 times 100. It's 1,000,000. 3 times. Okay, so why am I doing this? Because you want to come up with how much you have to increase the account every year. If you increase it 100 times every year, that's too much. So let's go back. Go back. Fast. Let's say you increase the account 2 times. 2 times. 2 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. If you double your account every year, you're gonna 16x it. But we want to do 100x, so we have to go a little bit more than 2, right? Let's go back. Let's say 4x. That's 256 times. If you 4x your account 4 times, let's do 5 times so that way you don't become confused. If you 4x your account 5 times, you are 1,050 and 24xing your account. So no more math. That's it on this. So if you want 100x your account, you say 1 divided by, in how many years you want? 6 years? That's how much you get. Oops, I forgot to put this here. Okay, so if you 2.15x your account 6 times, you're gonna 100x it, right? By what I just explained. If you don't understand, go back. So 2 times 2.15 times 2.15 times 2.15 times 2.15 times 2.15 6 times, it's 100. Done? Okay, so you want to 100x your account in 6 years. You have to 2.15x it every year. So let's press the equal sign. You can go back if you don't remember what it was. Okay, so you want to do this much every year. So if you want to do this much every year, how much you have to do every month? You use this symbol, open parenthesis, 1 divided by 12, because the year has 12 months. So each month, you have to increase your account 1.066 times. Every month, 1.066 times. So if you have $100, by the end of the month, you better have $106.60. If you don't have that, you didn't make it. So how now? Let's say you want to increase it a little by little by a thing called scalping, which means you're gonna buy a stock and you're gonna sell it, and you're gonna do that 13 times every month. So how you do that? You get that 1.0. I press the equal sign, right? You got that amount, and you want to divide that into 12. So you use the raise to the power, open the parenthesis, 1 divided by 13 times a month, which means it's 2.5 days, give or take, maybe a little bit less. So that means that every week you're gonna do this 3 times, sometimes 2 times. You just figure it out, right? So that means that you gonna have to increase the amount 1.0049. Let's make it 5. 1.005 times every time you trade. So let's say you buy a stock. You have $1,000 worth of stock. When do you have to stop? When did you make the deal? When you reach $1,005. So all you had to do was make $5 with $1,000, which is super easy to make because the prices, if you buy at a low and then you put a stop, so it means if it goes down, you can just get out of there and you just don't have to wait until the next time. Or you can wait a little bit to go down and then it goes back up. As soon as you make $5, boom, you sell immediately. But that's a strategy that I'm not covering here. I'm just covering the math. I'm just telling you that all you have to do is $5 if you have 1,000, and if you have 100, all you have to do is 50 cents. If you start with $100, and if you start with $10, 5 cents. If you make 5 cents, that's it. You don't. It's just gonna take you longer to 100x it. Well, you wanted to do it in 6 years, so that's all you have to do, and it will be done in 6 years. And that's it, right? That's it.